Hey, Steve here. I want to take just a moment of our time together to tell you about the easiest way to make and host a podcast. It's called Anchor. I use Anchor to make and host Movable Dough, and I've been extremely happy with the experience. They have creation tools on the site that help you create, record, publish, and share your podcast to multiple podcast streaming sources, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more. The best part, it's absolutely free. No monthly cost, no hidden fees. So if you've been thinking about making a podcast, and you know you have, download the Anchor app today or visit Anchor.fm to get started. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to Movable Dough. Welcome back to Movable Snippets. These shorter versions of the Movable Dough podcast share just one song from a composer. Today's snippet is a little different because the song comes from this week's guest, Hilary Weeks. Today I'm sharing the song Beautiful Heartbreak, which was shared on Hilary's interview. I won't go through the meaning of the song again. If you'd like to hear that, I do recommend going back and listening to Hilary's interview on Moveable Dough. Now, the story of this recording that I'm sharing today starts back in 2016. That's when I moved from Tennessee to Washington State to work on my doctorate at the University of Washington. I was quickly informed about the Ensign Symphony and Chorus and the great work that they were doing in Seattle. It sounded like an organization that I'd like to be involved with, but I knew I didn't have time while I was involved in my coursework, especially since I was commuting from Lacey to Seattle every day, which is about 2.5 hours each way. So I eventually reached out to the conductor at the time, Rob Archibald, and said that even though I couldn't be part of the choir, I would like to be involved. And of course, I also sent in some of my compositions. He wrote back asking if I might be interested in arranging some choral parts for their upcoming concert with Hilary Weeks. I thought, yes, I love Hilary. Do I get to meet her? Long story short, I worked on several pieces for that concert, including Beautiful Heartbreak. I did the choral parts, and someone else, I believe it was Stephen Weatherford, did the orchestration. I had a great time doing it, and yes, I got to meet Hilary Weeks and got her to sign my program. Well, the recordings that we made for our archives turned out well, but we couldn't do much with them since we didn't own the rights to distribute those recordings. So when I was talking to Hilary for her Moveable Dough interview, I asked her if she would be okay with me sharing this recording of Beautiful Heartbreak, and she said yes. So without further ado, here is Beautiful Heartbreak, performed by the Ensign Symphony and Chorus with the wonderful Hilary Weeks.
Out in front of me, knew just where I wanted to go, but life decided to change my plans, and I found a mountain in the middle of my road. I knew there was no way to move it, so I searched for a way around. Broken hearted, I started climbing, and at the top I found every fear, every doubt, all the pain I went through was the price that I paid to see this view. And now that I'm here, I would never trade the grace that I feel and the faith that I find through the bittersweet tears and the sleepless nights. I used to pray he'd take it all away, but instead it became a beautiful heartbreak. I never dreamed my heart would make it, and I thought about turning around, but heaven has shown me miracles I never would have seen from the ground. Now I take the rain with the sunshine, 'cause there's one thing that I know: He picks up the pieces along each broken road. Every fear, every doubt, all the pain I went through was the price that I paid to see this view. And now that I'm here, I would never trade the grace that I feel and the faith that I find through the bittersweet tears and the sleepless nights. I used to pray he'd take it all away, but instead it became a beautiful heartbreak. And I would never trade the grace that I feel and the faith that I find through the bittersweet tears and the sleepless nights. I used to pray he'd take it all away, but instead it became a beautiful heartbreak.
So there you go. If you enjoyed that, go back and listen to Hilary's full interview. I'll drop the link in the show notes. Also, if you're in the Seattle area, come hear the Ensign Symphony and Chorus. Our next concert is on October 21st at 7:30 p.m. at Ben Roya Hall. We're starting our 10th season, and we are excited to welcome back guest artist David Archuleta. Tickets at seattlensign.org/tickets or through the Ben Roya Hall website. Until next time, this is Steve Danielson, helping composers one snippet at a time.